In this video, let's talk about age-appropriate businesses and age-appropriate approaches. And when we talk about age, oh my God, they grow up so fast, don't they? Just kidding.
This video is brought to you by Appy Pie Academy.
Well, when they are younger, and by the way, this is taken from practical experiences from my practice, not some kind of a child rearing journal about psychology. This is more from my practice, and I don't work with younger kids. I work with their parents who work with them. So with them, it's different because basically I just work with parents, and the kids are essentially an open book, a sponge. They just want to learn. And any success is great, and any money is great. That's just how that is. They're very happy to learn this. Now, the challenges really arise with older kids, in my experience, and I do work with them directly. And when I say older kids, it's almost high school and also college as well, and even a little bit after college. Those, they become those millennials, whatever they are. So there are a couple of things that many of them have in common. Almost all of them right away ask, how much money can I make? And this is not my favorite question, because I'd rather have them ask more intelligent questions like, can I pursue a passion, or what's a good industry to get into, or what are the issues about a certain industry? Those are much more interesting kinds of questions. But I often have to sort of work back with them and say, business is not overnight. At least most businesses are not overnight. There's a lot of hard work, blah, 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 blah. So you just they need an explanation that like, hey, there's a holistic long-term approach. It's not overnight. And they need to be explained that you need to get into the right niche, the right industry, all the fundamentals. They really need to get it. The other thing that older teens and college students really have in common is the good thing about them is that, generally seem to have good hearts and they want to improve the world. The main issue with that is that a business must first and foremost be financially self-sustaining. If it isn't, you can't improve the world. The business is going to die. So first, the business has to have some product it makes, some money that it makes in some way. And then once it's financially self-sustaining, only then the founder of the business can have the freedom to use the business as a platform to make the world or the community a better place in whatever they want to do. So there's a lot of, in the teen businesses, there's a lot of this, putting the carriage in front of the horse. How much money can I make? How can I improve the world? And by the way, what was my business again? So I think, the business fundamentals have to come first, and that's what I find really common when dealing with older teenagers. The other issue is that they don't accept parental advice as much. They're more rebellious. It's just that time of life for them. Sometimes they get over this phase, sometimes they don't get over this phase. But as their parent, have to understand that, and the solutions to this are that the children who stop valuing and respecting and having the patience for their parents' advice still often retain all those things for their grandparents. Not all children, but many. People just have different relationships with their parents and their grandparents. And so it maybe the situation is that you don't have to start the business with your child yourself, but maybe your grandparents can do something creative with your children that teaches them the same values that you wanted them to learn. And older children seem to value advice from other experts. So in that case, they're welcome to use the messaging system on this site to contact me and get a second opinion from me, get advice from me. That's why I'm here. If there's any time that another opinion is needed, everybody's welcome to reach out to me with questions. So those are some of your things to think through when dealing with children of different ages, especially older children. They have a lot more unique challenges, and so those are things to think about.